Hi, my name is Stephen Reich. I'm from an organization called PokePress. Xanthe, first off, where'd you come from and how'd you get into voice acting?
So I currently am in Los Angeles, and I got started in theater when I was in middle school and high school, and I also pursued a bachelor's in theater. I was watching anime one day, and I was like, it'd be really cool to be a voice in something like this. And I was talking to some friends about it, and I was like, I really want to get into voiceover. I don't know how to get into it. And they told me that there was a competition at Anime Expo called AX Idol, and so I researched it. I found out the auditions were still open for signups, so I signed up. I found a monologue. I went and competed. I made it as a finalist, and even though I didn't win, they still brought me into the studio for a tour and to audition for them. And I kind of was very lucky to learn on the job. I think because I had an acting background and training before, that it helped me kind of transition into dubbing in particular. You just had to learn like all the technical sides of it. But that's kind of how I got started.
What were some of your first professional roles?
It was an anime called The Familiar of Zero, and I played Siesta. And I worked with Tony Oliver. He is really great at working with new actors. He's still like one of my favorite people to work with. Wonderful mentor, really kind, very talented actor himself. And maybe the first game I ever did was Rune Factory Frontier, where I played Mist. And she's just kind of bubbly and bright and a little bit out there with some of her remarks, so I found her to be really funny.
All right. Well, as far as Pokemon goes, you've been in a couple things there. One of those is the Evolutions miniseries. Can you talk a little bit about those roles?
That one I played one of the it's a very small role. Like the episode was like centered around the Eevee sisters, and so they were just preparing to kind of get on stage. And because there's like so many sisters, we only get like a little moment of like us preparing, getting in our kimonos, and then getting on stage with all our different evolutions.
Yeah, that's a great episode, by the way. Now, you've also voiced Erica in Pokemon Masters, the mobile game. How did that come about?
I got the audition. I was very excited. I think I auditioned for like a couple of characters at the time, and I was very surprised when I got Erica. For me, like, I knew her from like the
Gym leader.
Yeah. But in this game, she's a trainer like everybody else. But it was really cool to play someone like that's kind of iconic to me. She's very like soft and sweet and kind of like a little sleepy, but a very passionate trainer.
And what are some things you've worked on more recently?
More recently, I worked on Pokemon Horizons. I am the voice of Anne. She's Liko's like classmate, friend, somewhat like a rival. It's never really explicit in that way, but she always, when they meet up again, she goes and says like, hey, it's been a while, why don't we have a battle and see how much stronger we've gotten? So I think it's, I like that whenever they show up, it kind of showcases like how much they've grown. And in Horizons, I also voice Maushold, which it's a family of 4 mice, and I voice all 4 of them. They all sound a little different. We do 4 passes of every scene because I have to voice every single one.
And outside of Pokemon, what's been keeping you busy in the world of voice acting?
Right now, I've been recording for Shibo Yugi, playing death games to put food on the table. Very long title. It's a little bit dark. Recently, I've been to some events where, for Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, they've been announcing their roadmap for the rest of the year for upcoming updates and things like that. So if you play those, that's coming up soon. That's all I've got at the top of my head that I can talk about.
That's okay. Where can folks find you online?
You can find me on Twitter or X and Instagram more likely nowadays. I do have a Blue Sky account and Facebook. Feel free to stop by any of those and leave me a line.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Hey, thanks for chatting with me.